Good morning. Happy Monday. I seem to have confused people with my statement that Earl is not a danger to the community. And I would like to help clear that up. You have a constitutional right to bail. In order for the state to remove your right to constitutionally protected bail, they have to prove to a judge by clear and convincing evidence, which is a higher standard than what's used in civil trials, which is preponderance of the evidence. It's a pretty high standard, second only to beyond a reasonable doubt. So they have to prove by clear and convincing evidence that you are, not that you may be, not that you could be, but you are a danger to the community or to a person, and that there is no bail restriction that can be placed upon you that will reasonably assure that you will not be a danger to that person or to the community. Where you see, generally speaking, this type of thing play out is in cases like Chauncey's, where Chauncey is making threats at specific people. Is there a good way in the state of Arizona to prevent someone from continuing to stalk and harass a person at the DOJ if you've been stalking and harassing that person at the DOJ? Probably not. Is he a danger? Well, he said that he was going to use his AR-15 style sporting rifle and his level 5 body armor for something. It sounds like he's a threat. Now, Earl, on the other hand, is not making at least specific threats. Earl, by all accounts, is unarmed. He has at most black powder firearms, which aren't considered technically to be firearms in the state of Texas. He has his less than lethal thing with pepper balls. Again, probably not a danger to the community. If you have to go on conjecture, if you can't say that he is a danger, not that he may be a danger, then he's not going to, then the court is not going to deny the bail. Now, what Earl did was a misdemeanor. The particular law that he violated is a misdemeanor in Texas. He walked the wrong way on a street. Now, that law is a shit law. For those of you who can't see past the part where, in this particular instance, the law managed to wrap up somebody that you don't like, if you can't see beyond that, well then I'm sorry, but I can. If you look up this law, it's been used against protesters repeatedly throughout the years. Every time there's a protest, it doesn't matter if they're protesting for something you like or if they're protesting for something you don't like, but every time they're getting wrapped up for walking the wrong way on the street. It is a contempt of cop charge. And just because you think a cop won't do it doesn't mean he won't. If you got a bunch of kids playing basketball on the street with one of those rollaway hoops, and a cop rolls along and he's having a bad day, he could hand out tickets like Halloween candy to those kids. He could. There's nothing stopping him from doing it just because he's had a bad day. And that's a bad law. That's a bad law when people doing something that most Americans would say there's nothing wrong with it. What is wrong with kids playing basketball on a residential street? What's wrong with that? But a cop can arrest them for misdemeanors over it. That's a bad law. That's all I'm saying. You might like the result that got you this time, but it's a bad law. And I guarantee you, if you dig deep enough, I mean, juvenile records are sealed, but I'll bet you countless thousands of juveniles have eaten that law. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.